Well, we could talk about the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting, and we are gonna,
We really should, because
and we are gonna
buy it and be happy. Do you know that I met 2 people at Summit? I mean, one I showed you.
Yes, I was very, very...
That's actually a fan from way back then. He said he's a fan since the first Fremdschrift album.
That is...
And then he started following the channel. He bought the songwriting course.
Youngish.
And I was very flattered. And I met someone else who said, I bought your course, and I'm going through it with my keyboard player. And then I gave him grief for sharing the files with his keyboard player. But only for 5 seconds, then I laughed. Yeah, he said, loves the course.
We should offer a band bundle for 4 times the price or so.
Yeah, when the band's 3 people.
Yeah.
I pay 4 times the money.
Or we could talk song. Actually, this video brings together those 2 things quite nicely, because we have a viewer of the course, somebody who bought the course and followed the rules, applied them, and wrote a very, very decent song. We are going to listen to it first, and then we are going to rip it apart.
I thought it's decent. Then we don't have to rip it apart.
Let's say we'll find something.
You only do good songs on the stupid channel anyway. Why don't you do songs that are super popular, and then you tell people that they're shit?
Oh, I'm doing this on Saturday. Well,
that gets you a lot more clicks.
Your past Saturday, I'm going to do / have done an analysis of Black Hole Sun, and there's a lot.
Oh, that's a super popular song. That's super crappy.
Wrong.
Wow, that's shitty right there.
Yeah.
Of course, we're gonna get in trouble for saying that, because
yes, and I say in the video that I'm going to get. Well, if anybody watched my videos, I would get in trouble because apparently that guy means a lot to a lot of people, and now he's not here anymore.
And the thing is, you hear it, and it works somehow.
Yeah,
but.
You should see the video, I think.
I don't watch your videos. So what are we doing now? I haven't heard the song.
We are going to listen to the song, and it's going to be a first reaction video for Henning, a second reaction video for me, because I heard it once on the toilet, perhaps.
On your phone?
Yes.
We're telling people not to do that.
Why not?
Because for my channel, you shouldn't judge gear on your... People do it. People do it anyway. Sometimes I'll say hello on the crapper. So change your mind.
Okay, I will. And it's also the song.
It has come to my attention that you won't change your mind. You said with a tearful complexion the word goodbye. And it's the truth of me and you, we didn't speak words that were very kind. So it is my intention to change your mind. Change your mind. Change your mind. With the right words on my lips, I can change your mind. Shattered apart, you were dying from the wounds down deep in your heart. I know I led you in the wrong direction without even giving you all my affection. When I check on you every once in a while, our friends say you never show them a smile. So here's a solution to the problem at hand. I'll find the words to make you mine again and change your mind. Oh baby, I can change your mind. With the right words on my lips, I can change your mind. I can change your mind. Oh baby, I can change your mind. With the right words on my lips, I can change your mind. No, I can't take it all back. But I put you through. Oh, I can promise you now, I'll love you always, always love you. And now kiss me with a smile, saying you love me for trying. I found these words again, I love you. It's all you were wanting me to do. So it has come to my attention that my words were just in time to make you change your mind. Oh baby, I have changed your mind. With the right words on my lips, I have changed your mind. I have changed your mind. Oh baby, I have changed your mind. With the right words on my lips, I have changed your mind. I put the right words on my lips, and I have changed your mind.
That's the song.
If what we're teaching in the course had anything to do with that,
We can be proud.
the course cannot be shit. I mean, this guy very clearly had.
Screw all the other ads that we did for the songwriting course. Just play the song.
I mean, he clearly had
A pre-knowledge,
a good
This
baseline
is
to
not
work with.
something that you can do within 2 months. I'm not sure he's the singer, though. I think he's the guitar player only, and he called a singer. He is Dominic, by the way. Dominic, and very weird last name. Pesce, something. We are going to call you Dominic.
Dom.
Dom.
The Dominator. Meister von Domhausen.
Dom.
Baron of the Dominion. Let's talk about arranging.
Oh,
Because,
I was afraid.
Because let's talk song.
I was afraid.
The
you'd say
one
that.
the one thing in the arrangement that I didn't like was simply the 3-3-2 snare pattern on
Yeah.
the last chorus, which kind of took the flow out.
Yeah.
It slowed it down a bit because it with the 3-3 you're stretching the time a bit and it feels slower. That's the only thing where I would have simply gone to a backbeat on 2 and 4. Other than that, beautiful arrangement, beautiful emotional contour, as we say.
agree.
Really like the vocalist.
Yes, very, very true.
Good,
Very natural.
good form for the song, which of course we teach in the Almost But Not Quite Complete Guide to Songwriting. The one thing lyrically that I immediately noticed that bugged me the tiniest bit is taking some of the here we go out by mentioning the song title before the chorus. Okay, it feels like a refrain a little bit where he
Yes.
has it at the end of the first verse.
Now, isn't
Change
that a
them-
cool thing to foreshadow the title of the song and the thing that the whole chorus is going to be about? I'm not really sure.
But it's the last thing he says in the verse, change your mind.
Yes.
And then change your mind.
This is not a real surprise when
It's,
the chorus starts.
it's too
Nothing
close to the actual
interesting.
chorus.
Yes, I agree. So maybe hidden in the verse somewhere.
Or maybe change and then a rhyme with mine.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
hinted it subtly, little Easter egg,
Change the time.
but that was on first listen.
Yeah.
Okay. The phrasing and rhythm in the verses is a little bit eggy.
Yes, it's
What's the word
It's-
that I'm looking for? The flow isn't. The song grooves. Everything is.
It's almost
One-
like spoken word, right? It's not really. It doesn't really follow a clear metric rhythm. We are going to look at the lyrics in a second.
The flow, the metric. There isn't a clear
Yeah.
rhythm of the lyrics. It is a little bit more spoken. Like come to my attention. It's
Yes.
different. It's different. There's
Yes.
some things that are more difficult.
And also the way it's phrased. That comes my attention. It's not something that we could sing along right away when seeing the lyrics printed out, because
It's who did the thing with the monkey?
true crime with Henning
Who did the thing with the monkey? No, the Curious George thing. Jack Johnson?
I don't know. I don't think I know the song.
Of course. Singing along lullabies for the film Curious George. It's one Jack Johnson album that I have, and it's amazing. It's really, really good. It has a Jack Johnson vibe.
Yes, I agree.
It just felt like I could never grasp really onto a form, a shape. A little bit more something to hold on to melodically, rhythmically. which is of course difficult because he established something, a certain set of lyrics as we talk about in the course, and then you have to repeat that. And second verses are a bitch.
Yes, they are.
Because of that, if you have something very loose, second verses are much less of a bitch.
If you want to learn how to write great second verses, you have no choice but to get the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting.
And then you also see how we sometimes fail. And then Leslie comes in and saves our ass.
And by we, he means I fail, and he just goes next door and does coffee.
No. I write things too. Let's look at other parts here. I really like the bass line, by the way. Really?
I didn't pay attention to the bass line because it's not really part of what I would consider this song, unless, of course, it's harmonizing.
It in the beginning, it was more melodic than it was bass.
Yeah, I agree.
I felt it added something. Let's start with chord chart, which of course you're going to see right here all over Rafa's face as he's editing this. Don't you dare to.
I'm doing...
We got...
It's the chord chart speaking, by the way.
Pedal, high, B, and E. Oh, that's beautiful. He's doing the thing.
Which is not a pedal, which is an ostinato, in fact.
Yeah. So he's probably doing...
Yeah.
E, B,
pretty much what you played there.
A4.
Yeah.
And the chorus, he's starting on the 4.
Yeah. Very good idea for contrast.
4-1-4-1. So he's going, and the chorus is going back. Change your mind, oh baby, change your mind.
Now my favorite chord is coming. I can change your mind. What a cool thing. Let's try something here. Let's do F sharp minor. After that, you please play E over G sharp. That then goes to A.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But you have to do it quicker. So you only have half a bar.
And how do you do that?
You do it like this. Plus quicker. Not doing it quicker.
I can't.
2 quarters for everything. Yeah.
It's difficult. So if you had long enough fingers, you do this.
You do this, yes.
But you're doing...
Yes. This is my suggestion to make it a bit more flowy, right? Really great idea to choose a reharm option for your second half of the verse, which means to use F sharp minor to replace one of the A's with. And then having something to connect the F sharp minor to the A. For example, this E over G flat would be a very subtle and cool thing to do.
Interestingly, I kind of feel that maybe he's leading us harmonically into a little bit of ambiguity.
Where is the ambiguity?
It's very clearly E.
Yeah.
Okay. But by starting it with an A,
he does 1-5-1-5 and A.
1-5-1-5-6, which is why the F sharp works that much. It's not a 2. It is, but it is especially because we're landing on the E and it feels like home.
Yes.
But for a little bit, I feel the ambiguity is 1.
What's the melody notes?
1-5. 1-5, and then that feels like 6.
Somehow yes, and maybe isolated from the verse it would be even clearer, because we've heard the verse before, we know that the tonal center is E. So without the verse, so starting the song with the chorus would be either a really good idea because you focus on that ambiguity, or a really bad idea because you don't really define what's home.
What?
Had he started on the chorus, we really wouldn't know. Because
yes,
the verse
absolutely.
is pretty clear.
He starts like right away. There's zero intro. There's an intro of like 1 beat, by the way, which is a little bit confusing to me. But I'm thinking because of this.
Which we invented. Yeah.
To be with you.
Yes.
So they go to the 6 minor, and it feels similar to me.
Yes,
so
a little bit.
It feels like a 6 minor and not really a 2. However, the E is clearly home.
Yes. Every time that the E plays, we feel really home and happy. Yes.
But since you have a 4-1-4-1-2, which could be 1-5-1-5-6, there's a bit of ambiguity.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. Especially when we now look at the primary bridge. We only hear F sharp and A apparently all the time. So again, we could either be in 2 minor 4, 2 minor 4 area, or 6 minor 1, 6 minor 1 area. Rather interesting.
He's doing that just fours. That's an 11 in there if he's got that, but he probably does.
Also, is that a typo at the last chorus? It doesn't look like a typo that he suddenly plays A minor instead of A. Last chorus, F sharp minor to A minor. I think they do that. It would make a lot of sense. It would be a really cool
It's a 4 minor.
option. It's a 4 minor. Only there. And I wanna believe that Dominic had the song with regular A, then watched the songwriting course, and then chose this reharm option, A minor for A.
And you know why? This is brilliant. Because the F sharp minor is a substitute for the 4.
Something that I said at the beginning of the video.
Oh no, you didn't. So what's happening is the F sharp minor is a substitute for the 4, and so instead of going,
I said reharm instead of substitute. That was a big difference between the two analyses.
I'm clearly never paying attention to what you're saying. But that means instead of doing 4, you can do the reharm. It has the same tendency. It's got the same movement.
In my opinion, 4 minor has always more dominant pull than the regular subdominant 4.
What?
4 minor before the 1 has dominant function.
F sharp minor 7
Yeah.
has an A in it.
Yeah.
So pretty much the same idea. Could you have gone... So that means could you go, instead of 4 to 4 minor, could you go 2 to 2 minor 7 flat 5? Nah.
It's asking too much, I believe. I know where you take that from because we do modal interchange to Aeolian there.
No, I'm literally thinking of if F sharp minor 7 has A in it, and I can do A to A minor.
Yeah, okay.
Then look at the shape, and I just do that with F sharp.
Okay, I understand.
Which results in F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Technically, it should work.
It's maybe the weird
But it
voicing
doesn't
there.
really
Maybe
work.
it's the weird low voicing.
No, it works. It works for there. It does not work.
It's the more common thing that we know. This 4 to 4 minor, we've heard in a lot of songs, and that's why it sounds familiar.
But is he doing that in the song? Is he really doing it?
I want to believe that. I want to believe that this is not a typo. Let's listen to just the ending again.
With the right words on my lips, I have changed your mind.
No, it was there.
Was it?
Subtle.
With the right words on my lips, I have changed your mind.
I can't really hear it.
I had a feeling it was there, but ultra subtle, not...
You know what I think? I think the recording was made before he made the reharm choice. And I think that the chord sheet might be more recent than the recording. And his new idea would be to have this A minor at the end only.
I had a feeling it was in there, but very subtle and not pronounced.
Yeah.
If you're really heavily doing... So... It was there in one instrument higher up.
Now that's the big question. Is it
in
a
the
good
background.
thing to hide it, or do you want to
Now, if you're doing something,
put it into people's faces?
something like that, then you're really change him. What's he doing? There's the major third with the right word on my lips.
So melody doesn't have to change.
Wait, no.
It's the root note, right?
He's doing that,
Yes?
and that's the major 7 on the A minor.
You can't really do that.
No.
With A minor.
Right word on my lips.
No, sorry.
If he could do that. Right word on my lips. Right word on my lips. Right word on my lips. He could do a 9 or a 5. Right word on my lips. 5 would work nicely.
Yes.
But if he continues the line that he had, the major 7 on that A minor is harmonically allowed, but not elegant.
It's funny how we take a typo in the chord sheet and make it actually part of the song. Change everything to make
Maybe
it work because we liked it so much.
But the typo's in there twice, so
Yes, so it's an intentional typo. I think there's some brains behind it. Plus, it helps as a selling point for the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting.
lyrics. It has come to my attention. It's tough to sing. Attention.
Yes, which is why it's phrased weirdly.
And then,
That you won't change your mind directly in line number 2.
yeah, there's a lot of change your mind for a song that's called Change Your Mind.
Yeah.
It could be good, could be bad, I don't
Yeah.
know. But starting with attention automatically puts you into a bind of difficult,
Weird rhymes.
difficult rhyme. And I think what you're doing, Dom, is looking at what the word looks like rather than what it sounds like. Because attention and complexion, it's got an un in the end.
Yeah, wild shot.
But it's not, just because they're I-O-N words doesn't necessarily mean that they
Almost,
really
but
go.
not quite rhyme.
Yeah.
And yes, goodbye rhymes with mind loosely. It's a subtractive, something that you take away from the first word.
So let's look at metric rhythm. It has come to my attention that you won't change your mind. You said with a tearful complexion, that's quite a bit.
Too many bits.
The word,
The word goodbye. I don't know if that's a typo again. or
maybe
if
he sang it twice. I don't know. The word goodbye. Could be.
he needed words for the line.
Why not? And then of course, then all of a sudden,
We
short
break the
rhymes.
pattern completely.
And it's the truth of me and you. Why not? Sometimes what you want to say is more important than how you say it. However, in songs, it should be equally important. We didn't speak words that were very kind. Kind, truth, you, mind. Yeah, there's a rhyme to mind, but in a spot where you would never feel it as a rhyme, huh?
The thing is, I believe that, and it's the truth of me and you, is in fact one line when we talk about melodic lines. Because if we imagine those two middle lines as something together, then we would have a pretty clear thing that says A, B, A, B, X, B, A, B.
And that's what we talked about in terms of having some form and some shape in there. It has come to my attention would have to be similar to, and it's the truth of me and you. There's no way to phrase that equally. We didn't speak words that were very kind. Also, the word goodbye, we didn't speak words.
A lot of words.
Yeah.
Yes.
How else would you say that? We didn't say things. Singing things is horrible.
Yeah.
So it's my intention to change your mind. Attention, complexion, intention, the shin words
don't really go together.
Usually things that we try to avoid.
Yeah. Rhymes on paper, not in sound. And then we've got the chorus that is very clear and that I like for the fact that it's very different from the verse and it creates a lot of contrast because we have a very wordy verse and a very on point.
When the chorus hit, I was like, okay, here we are. It wasn't that the verse was bad.
Yeah.
Not at all. But
The
change
chorus
your mind.
lifts
Change your
the song
mind.
to another level. What I would change is definitely the verses, and then I would also pay attention to where the melody starts, because both the verse and the chorus start after the chords. Don't get us come to my attention on the 2. Don't get us come to my attention. And the chorus starts on the 2. No, on the 3 actually. Dun, dun, change your mind. So both melody beginnings are after the first downbeat, and here we can try variation, something that starts on the downbeat, maybe in the verse, or even a pickup line.
I love with the right words on my lips, I could change your mind. It's beautiful.
This is really beautiful.
It's an absolutely beautiful and simple chorus. And simplicity, I think, is what generally is a good rule in songwriting. If you look at, we always come back to Bon Jovi, but we can come back to many other songwriters. Simple words, very long words, I don't know, are unconditionally a problem.
Yeah. Very subtle hint there. Yes, especially with that kind of music, I might add, because this is simple singer-songwriter pop. So why overcomplicate stuff in the verses when you actually can go for simpler options and avoid words like complexion?
And if we go into verse 2, we see where the problem is. There is no shape.
No, there is.
Because if we're looking at attention, complexion, line 1 and 3, so ABA, let's say, love broke and we shattered apart. You were dying from the wounds deep down in your heart.
So this is AA.
So we got an AA. It has nothing to do with verse 1. And apart and heart is also a little bit cheap. We can
Cliche rhyme, yes.
Yeah, it's okay. Cliche doesn't have to be bad. And now I led you in the wrong direction. Affection.
That works this time.
Yeah.
Rhymes.
While, smile, hand again. So there is more of a shape there, but it has nothing to do with the first verse.
Absolutely. So why not take this shape and apply it to verse number 1, for example? The second verses are a bit to right. In that case, actually, the second verse I believe was there before, maybe even, because it seems structured in a clearer fashion than the first verse. Verse number 3 does something where we introduce a third rhyming pattern to the verses, which in that case would be surprise, while, smile, and trine. So A, then I love you and wanting me to do, nothing really rhymes there. Bring back the word attention, but then this attention doesn't rhyme at all. So the verses need work.
So my feeling on first listen that the verses were a little bit cumbersome, not easy to navigate.
Cucumbersome.
Not easy to navigate, and I couldn't really grab onto something. When we look at it, it makes sense why. So bringing more clear rhythm and clear patterns in there.
This comes with the melody, I believe.
Wait, I think wasn't she killed by a snake? Cleopatra?
This is where the snakes come from. He's got the snake fetish, just like Chris Cornell. Chris Cornell apparently likes snakes a lot. There are a lot of snakes in Black Hole Sun, and I don't know where they came from.
No,
don't know what they're doing.
Cleopatra.
Get it?
Yes, I can't make it work, but I'm
now
trying.
You're going to sing Black Hole Sun. No. Cleopatra doesn't have clear patterns, and unfortunately, neither does Dom, at least in the verses. Word of advice: start with a melodic phrase in your mind. For example, this thing, da-da-dum, da-da-dum-ba-dum. This is something that defines the words that you are going to fit in the verses. And this needs an answering line, and this would, when we look at verse 1, be this, that you won't change your mind. So what I like here is that we play with the endings of the lines. First, we've got this badum, so stressed, unstressed at the line ending, and that gets answered by a line that ends on a stressed word. 2 different ways to end your lines. Either you can end with an unstressed syllable, something that you do in line number 1, and the second option is to end on a stressed syllable. And if you take that and establish a rhyming pattern A-B with that, and are very strict with the metric rhythm and the melodic rhythm, then things might work out just fine.
But with all the bitching, I like the song.
It was a killer.
Cool recording,
Chorus.
cool.
The fact that I was able to sing along after just listening to it twice just speaks for
It's
itself.
positive. It's upbeat. It's jumpy. It didn't really lose me, but it lost me a bit in the verses. I would have also liked a little bit of warning in the beginning with the tiniest bit of an intro.
Also, song form, I liked the fact that we break the convenient patterns and that we go from primary bridge not to last chorus as expected, but to a verse. But why not shorten this verse a little bit? I think this would have maybe regained your attention.
Yeah, it can be improved with working on the verses, but in terms of what you are as a songwriter, is you're there. You just need to hone your skills a bit. There's, it's not you're not lost in this. This will never happen. That's
This is the work here. So the talent and the groundwork is absolutely there, and this is now the details that we have to work on.
This is something we would write ourselves, and it just wouldn't be our very best work.
Yeah,
and then maybe
we would sit down and work our ass off.
But recording, arranging the bass line, the drums, everything, just last chorus, stick with the straighter drums, I think, because they're too.
Especially if you
3-3-2.
want to apply this A minor trick, don't make it even less obvious by changing the rhythm as well. Then you want to really highlight
and care
this
for the A minor trick. When you have a cool, I love the idea. It's super cool. I actually learned something from you there, that's an option. But make sure you check it against your melody, because your melody there is a G sharp and is a little bit problematic.
There is a thing called a minor major 7 chord, but it's terrible.
Yeah, it's
Not really pop.
no. Great idea with a different melody. But should you change your chorus melody to accommodate a cool harmonic thing? Probably not. Stick with the chorus, because that's what
Keep the
plays.
trick for another song.
That's a really cool trick. We're gonna steal that.
Yeah.
We're gonna totally steal that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna give you credit. We're gonna make billions with it and buy yachts. Well, thanks for watching Animals at the No.
Now, as always, if you like this, make sure to get the thumbs up, to subscribe to the channel. Bring us to 700 is the next goal. I killed the 600 the other day.
Oh, wow.
Write comments and stuff.
Nice ones.
I guess we've talked song. You can talk about the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting until the next video.
Link below, buy it. It's good. I'm in it. And it's still good.
Still.
Despite that, it's good.
In spite of despite. Ah ja, gut, danke.
Ja, super. Das rührt ein.